The fall of Judge Eleanor Graves. A grand courtroom, filled with tension. The air is thick with the weight of justice, or the lack thereof. Lawyers shuffle papers, officers stand in place, and citizens whisper among themselves. At the center of it all, seated high on the bench, is Judge Eleanor Graves, a woman known for her unyielding demeanor and sharp tongue. But behind the robes of authority lies a hidden truth, one of corruption, deceit, and power abused. Detective Naomi Carter walks into the courtroom with confidence, her badge gleaming under the overhead lights. She is an experienced investigator, a woman who has dedicated her life to the pursuit of justice. But today, she isn't here for an ordinary case. She is here to testify against Malcolm Rhodes, a notorious crime lord whose influence has long infected the city like a disease. As she takes the witness stand, Judge Graves barely glances at her, instead focusing on her nails. When she finally speaks, her tone is laced with condescension. Judge Graves. Smirking, Detective Carter, I see we have a new hero in town. Tell me, do you truly believe your testimony holds any weight here? Naomi meets her gaze, unwavering. Naomi. Your Honor, I have gathered undeniable evidence linking the defendant to multiple felony charges, including money laundering and murder for hire. Judge Graves sighs dramatically, leaning back in her chair. Judge Graves. And yet, I fail to see how someone like you could possibly handle such an important case. Perhaps you should focus on more manageable crimes. Murmurs ripple through the courtroom. Even the defense attorney looks taken aback by the judge's blatant dismissal. Naomi clenches her fists under the table. She has seen corruption before, but never so brazenly displayed in a courtroom meant to uphold the law. As Naomi prepares to present her next piece of evidence, her phone vibrates in her pocket. She subtly glances down. It's a message from her partner, Agent Ryan Delgado, stationed outside the courtroom. Her heartbeat quickens as she reads the words, "We have her. Everything's in place. Execute the plan." Taking a deep breath, Naomi straightens in her seat and looks directly at the judge. Naomi. Your Honor, before we proceed, I must inform the court of an urgent matter. An ongoing federal investigation into judicial misconduct has uncovered new evidence that directly involves you. A tense silence falls over the room. Judge Graves' smirk fades as she narrows her eyes. Judge Graves. Coldly, excuse me. Naomi stands, her voice unwavering. Naomi. We have obtained financial records, intercepted communications, and witness testimonies proving your involvement in bribery, case interference, and obstruction of justice. Your Honor, the Department of Justice has issued a warrant for your arrest. The courtroom erupts in gasps. Judge Graves' hands tighten around the edge of her desk. Judge Graves. Furious, this is outrageous. I will not stand for such baseless accusations. Naomi doesn't flinch. Naomi. The truth doesn't require your permission. The doors burst open, and federal agents flood the room. The lead investigator steps forward, holding up an official document. Agent Delgado. Judge Eleanor Graves, you are under arrest for corruption, obstruction of justice, and conspiracy to pervert the course of law. Please step down from the bench. For a moment, it seems as though the judge might resist. Then, realizing the weight of the evidence against her, she slumps in her seat. Officers move in, securing her hands in cuffs. As Judge Graves is led out of the courtroom, the very walls that once echoed with her judgments now bear witness to her downfall. Naomi stands tall, watching as the woman who had abused her power is finally held accountable. The citizens in the courtroom exchange glances, some in shock, others in quiet satisfaction. Today, justice has prevailed against corruption. As Naomi exits the courtroom, her partner Ryan joins her, clapping a hand on her shoulder. Ryan. That was one hell of a move, Carter. Naomi exhales, allowing herself a small smile. Naomi. One battle won. But the fight isn't over yet. With that, they walk toward the future, where justice still needs to be served, where truth still needs champions, and where corruption, no matter how powerful, will always face its reckoning.